Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Vintage Button and I junk journal slow stitch, and this is Junk Journal July day 11 and it's layers on layers. It's actually a day that I'm doing, so that's fantastic. And I think I'm just going to make a nice picture, because I think sometimes journaling is about making a nice picture. So it's not going to be a pocket, there's not going to be tags. I'm going to use a little bit of Bee Happy. I've sort of fussy cut this bird out and I've cut all the twiddly bits away so that it's like a proper fussy cut. And you could go around with your ink, but I don't do the inking anymore because I find it makes things look muddy. So what I did do when you do a fussy cut is I have these aqua markers, and there's this like really nice warm beige colour, and it just covers up any white spots. So that's what I've done there. So we're just going to make a nice layered picture for the layers on layers, and I want to talk about what's on here already. So some of the paint from the previous page has sort of seeped through, which is the purpley colour, and then I added the one thing I bought for Junk Journal July, because I allowed myself one new supply, which is a distress spray in like this lovely sort of aqua teal colour. So I've just added that on. I think I'm going to add some gold on the top, splatting, a bit like yesterday, the paint splat, because what it does is it creates layers, and layers are what make your picture have depth. So even if you're just using printables, adding a little bit of paint, putting some paint splats on, adding the layers creates the depth. So we have book page, we have paint on our book page, so that's like our first sort of layer. Then we have two sort of main focal points, which the first one is this bird, and the second one is the flower fairies. Now I've explained about what I did on the bird, just to sort of like make it so that the cut is really crisp. What I've done with the flower fairies is I've kiss cut it, because it's too fiddly to do fussy cutting on this, and that's the reason why I cut all the little springy bits. If I wasn't that bothered about the layering, I would have done the same thing, but I just thought that I wanted that to sort of look real and seep back, and then this to be in the foreground so that there's more depth. So that's why I've kiss cut this. But then I haven't just kiss cut it, I've put another layer on. So I have here, this is my red bush tea mix. So it's just red bush tea that's really, really stewed, and how they drink it in South Africa. But then, because I'm not very good at cleaning my brushes, there's all kinds of other pigment in here as well. So it's kind of become like a mother colour, really. It's mainly got flecks of gold and stuff in it. But I found that I've really enjoyed it. It's kind of given a little bit of an iridescent, magical quality to what we're doing. And we're full of whimsy in this journal, so I am quite happy. So that's going to go in the foreground. The bird's going to go kind of in the background, and then around the bird, so it could be behind it and in front of it, I've got these bits of napkin. And these bits of napkin, what I've done is I have cut them with my pinking shears. So they're just pinking shears, and I've cut them up because I find that that's more, it's better than cutting them out with scissors. It helps to blend it into the page, and I don't feel like I feel like I have more control than I do when I am sort of using, like, like when you tear it out, you wet it and you tear it. This just feels a lot more control, really. So I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to kind of roughly have an idea of, I want it to be like that. So, okay, just above the word lily, we're going to have the bird. So now I want to think about like where we're going to put these bits and bobs of flowers and stuff. I think I'm going to put these down here. I've got my PVA glue. I've got an old makeup brush because it's lovely and soft, and I'm just going to glue over the top of the napkin. Now there's a little bit of pigment in the brush. I didn't think there was. I thought we'd use this for glue, but I'm not even going to worry about that. It's going to be fine. Everything will be fine. So there's two ways of sticking napkin down. I find this one, it doesn't tear as much. Let's kind of see if we can get the pigment out of this. It's all adding to the layers. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's put our little birdies back. I want some bits that are going to stick up and out. So we'll have this. And it's just adding the layers. And it's messy. I actually quite like the extra pigment. Yeah. What does Bob Ross say? Happy little accidents. I don't do perfection, but I think if you've probably been here for more than one video, you'll know that. So I'm just gonna kind of, I do want the lilies in as well. Go. Liking it. So I've also got this sort of frondy thing. So I do kind of want to put this in, but I'm thinking where I might put it here. Yep. Might put that there, and then we have that there. Yep. Now, a bit of PVA glue. You could use matte medium, but the PVA glue does just as well. And you can buy a massive tub of it for the same price as a small tub of the matte medium. If you're just using matte medium to glue stuff, this isn't really that glossy. You know me, I like to be frugal. I get my PVA glue from like DIY shops, construction grade. I just make sure it doesn't have like any fungicide or anything in it, that it's just straight PVA glue. I don't know what about in other countries. That's just because of how we construct our buildings. And I wouldn't even know that if I didn't have a little brother who kind of, he isn't now, he designs houses, but he originally, when he was a teenager and into his 20s, was a plasterer. So that's how I know that. I don't think we need that. I think we've got the layers. So we've got the layers. No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm going to use a drier glue like the solventy glue to stick the birdie and the thingy down, just because it's an inkjet. I don't want it to run. So we are going to have a little bit more of the noise that we had. So I will try to be quick. Here we go. It's dry, well, it's dry enough for the moment. We might have to go back in again. That's got quite hot, but it's dry enough. So now, do we put the gold on now or later, or a little bit of both? We might do a little bit of both. Let's have a look at the goldy colours. I want them to be quite warm, so I'm going to use this palette. Put my brownie in. I don't want to use the brown, but I like these two colours, and I'm kind of going for that one really, which you can tell I go for quite a lot. So we'll use a bigger brush, or should we just go straight in with a fan brush? Where's the fan brush gone? We're getting to that point where I really need to do a tidy again. So at this point, we're now after work. I did a video this morning. I've got this fan brush. It's quite big though. I think it's too big. I might have to have a look over there. We'll use this. It'll be alright. Yeah, I kind of... Oh yeah, that'll be nice even with a kind of muddy water. I did a video this morning, and then I'm doing one tonight, purely because I'm going to be in the office on Friday. I thought I was going to be in the office on Thursday, but because of the heat, and we've got lots of people doing training in and out, and it just would be a bit much. So I prefer to be at home when it's really hot, because I can sit there in a vest and shorts and not be too worried about it, instead of having a nice dress. Nothing wrong with a boredom linen dress though for work. Right, now we're going to splat, 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 splat. It's much better with a fan brush, but this brush is doing it too. And it's just another layer. And I think these layers are with a really light touch. You could go full on and just keep layering things up. And you feel like you're painting over stuff, but you're not really. You're just adding to the texture, adding to the yumminess, really. Okay, we might revisit splats, but we might not. How are we doing? I think we might be there, really. Let's do another blast. Have a closer look at all the layers. I love the look of the napkin over the top of the book page. So that's quite nice. The different colours than the book page, and yep, happy accident about the pigment in the glue brush. Oh yeah, I'm liking. In fact, I can see a little bit that I want to just brush down, but that's alright, we won't need to put the heat back on for that anymore. You just see it's got like, well, I feel it has depth because of all the layers. You can see the layers here. Oh, I love it. It's yummy. So we've got the birdie birds. That'll look good. You could still see the little bit of the original lily on the page and the writing, but we've got all of this other yumminess. Okay, so get your napkins. I think that one, it was either from Tesco or it was from Asda, and it was quite a while ago, so I don't know if they're still out, but you know, there are equivalents out there. Tesco do seem to be good on the napkin game, but then having said that, I don't have a Sainsbury's near me. I do have a John Lewis near me, so I might pop in at some point over the weekend. I don't know what we're going to do for the weekend, but we want to do something. We'll see. Oh, just broke my nail. My nails are very brittle. I need to do more momigami. And that's what we decided, didn't we? We decided it was just above the lily. Yeah. Now, I guess you could sort of go, you could put another layer of the napkin around, but I don't think it's necessary, because this is going to be in the foreground and this is given another layer. That's nice. Might put a little bit like that, just to give that layered look. I'm sure it won't move the ink very much. Yeah, a bit too much glue. We will worry. We will not worry. There we go. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. Yeah, see, that's nice. Extra little bit of layered look there. Okay, let's put this on. This, you can see how the painty tea mixture has seeped through, so that things are not stark white. I can hear noises outside, so it's probably neighbours gearing up to do more DIY. Oh, it's been a trial, but we're nearly there anyway. So it's a pretty page, just because you know, this brings me joy. Crafting joy, it helps your well-being. White gel pen. White gel pen. No, I want a new one, I think. Let's do a couple of little teeny tiny blobs that are star-ish. Make the flowers a bit more defined. Oh yeah, I like that. That's another layer. In fact, we could get some Poscas on it as well. Put some yellow in the centre. Oh, I like that a lot. Okie dokie. There we go. Things don't have to be perfect. Okay. I like that. I like how the white stars just add a little bit of sparkle, bring some light back. And it's just another layer. Okay, let's get some Poscas in. Let's find a yellow. Can I find the yellow? Yeah, there's one here. Oh, that's made those pop. Let's put some yellow in round here as well. So I think Posca markers are a good investment, or an acrylic paint pen. If you look at the result, the like reviews, and find ones that don't dry up quickly, you know, it doesn't have to be Posca, but they're just really handy just for stuff like that. I was watching like furniture artists on YouTube, and that's where I sort of thought, oh, I could do that in my journals. So that was made by Merly. She does like wild things that I would really like in my house, but never would really end up having. Put some Posca on here. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's do extra bits. Oh, I like it. Have a quick look at the layers. Just made the adding the yellow, just the yellow, has made everything a little bit more richer in the Flower Fairies picture. Let's see what colour that is. Oh yeah, this is a really watery one, but it dries more opaque. Let's do this for here. Put in, I know it's going to change the print a little bit, but actually I think that'll be nice. what the difference is between them two. There are 2 packs of Poscas. I think this might be a little bit too bright. Oh no, actually. No, I think that might just be alright. It's a bit watery. I like it. Might even put some on these purpley. Now I always think you should leave things just a little bit unfinished. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Let's have a look closer up at the layers on layers. So I don't know if you can count them up. We've got paint on the book page, then napkin on the book page, then some paint splats on the napkin, then the elements, then the marker on the napkin, and on the... It's quite a few layers. Just whether to put a bit more pink in. Oh, just some little tiny bits of magic around. I also like, I've said this before, I like illuminated texts. And they do that. They kind of like, just by adding little bits of colour, just makes it special. Just kind of makes it heavenly. I mean, I think that's probably what it's meant to inspire, a little bit of awe and wonder. There we go. So in half an hour, because all I'd done beforehand was kind of spritz the stuff, paint. This was already cut out because I processed books and I had them in a little handy dandy food bag. This is my Flower Fairies kit. I've got the camera quite close to the page. Sorry for that. It says it's just told me to move it back to improve the focus. So that's what I'm drawing from. I'll get loads of journals out of that one book. So there's that, and then there's the kit. I just the little bird I cut out from the Bee Happy Stationery kit. That looks really, really cool. And now the temptation is to go in with some gold marker. But I think I'm going to resist, because I like the idea of just leaving it just a little bit undone. Not overwork it, because then it kind of all of a sudden very quickly I tip into of doing too much. But I do like it. That's very, very nice. Well, I do say so myself. I've enjoyed making it. I find it visually appealing. So if you've enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a share, and you will be entered into the vintage button box of goodness that still only has the journal in it, but it will have lots of little long bags of bits and pieces. I'm going to make some momigami. I might do that now actually. I thought I would make things like, because it's a long bag, I'm going to make some of these up and put them in, momigami them, I might even paint some of them and then mommy them. That might be nice because I've got loads of them. I thought I would make some different bits and pieces to add to your kit that's unusual and made by me. There will also be 2 runners up where I will make an envelope as well with some bits and pieces in, so it won't be as involved. You will get a small journal, but it'll be like a little booklet type journal. More about that when I actually put it together, which will probably be at the weekend. So the giveaway is going to last all month. To celebrate the vintage button being won and for getting over 1,000 subscribers, which I'm just amazed by, and I need like 600 more watch hours and then I can like be a proper YouTuber. So there you go. I'm a little bit blown away by all that. And why I say a proper YouTuber, I think anybody who creates and puts content out is really a proper YouTuber. It's just in my mind I will feel like I think validated might be, which is alright. You should get validation from yourself, but I think it's okay to get validation from achievements as well. So yeah, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to start putting things together for those kits. Alright then everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.